Hello friends, my name is Theo, and today in this exciting Meissner Media tutorial, we're going to be taking a look at another viewer request of a look. Reeves Productions asked me to take a look at a David Fincher look, and since Fight Club is one of my favorite movies out there, I decided I would pay homage to that. So, without further ado, let's hop into Davinci Resolve and get started. So here you can see I've got this clip from a music video that I did a little bit ago, looking great, Aaron on the walking bridge, but let's make this Fight Clubby. This is a grade that I am very excited about. I came across it completely by accident. I was watching Fight Club and I was like, man, I just don't know how to, get that with, my camera and other stuff, and just sort of making a bunch of excuses to not make this. But then I was just kind of watching Bob's Burgers and playing around with Davinci Resolve in the background, trying to come up with tutorial ideas. And I just kind of happened upon this. So it's pretty advanced stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just really excited about this. So let's get started. We're going to start by really screwing up the image a lot. So the first thing we're going to do is hop over into our color match tab and turn the mid-tone detail all the way up to 100. What that does is it's a type of sharpening that looks pretty neat. So you can see before and after, that definitely sharpens it up. Next thing we're going to do is go over to our sharpening tab, sharpen that up all the way, and make sure that it's set to sharpen, and then you can adjust this thing here and make it just ridiculous looking. The next thing we're going to do is go over to our color wheels, change the offset to orange. So you may be thinking, Theo, this looks really bad. This looks nothing like Fight Club. And what I'm going to tell you is just hold on, because it's going to take just a little bit of work. Next thing we're going to do is hit Alt-L, and that'll bring up a layer mixer node. And then in this node right here, the new one that we got, we're going to do kind of the opposite. And we're going to change this from sharpen to blur. And we're just going to blur this to heck. Then we're going to go to our layer mixer node and right click, change the composite mode to soft light, and now we're starting to get there. It still looks terrible and awful, but very soon, in this next little bit, we're going to make some magic happen. So let's right click, add a corrector node, and link that up to the beginning. And we will add another layer mixer node. We will right click and hit add one input, delete this connection from this layer node, and connect this layer mixer to the output, and our corrector node to the first input of the layer mixer. And then coming out of this first layer mixer that we just have to hit Alt-S to create another corrector node, because you can't link two layer mixers together for some reason. So you got to have this little corrector node in there. So boom, there's that. So what we're going to do is right click on this layer node, go to overlay, go to this corrector node, hit Shift H just to solo it for a second. We're just going to do some kind of basic stuff here. We're going to make it pretty high gamma. We're going to bring the saturation all the way up, and we're going to move the offset sort of to the blue side. We're going to hit Alt-S for another serial corrector node and hit Shift H to take off our soloing. Go back to this previous node and we'll start playing around with it some more. Next, we'll hop back to the node where we blurred everything, and we'll just make this gain and gamma just go crazy. And then we'll make this even a little bit bluer. Next, what we're going to do is hop over to our last corrector node, go over to our curves. We'll desaturate the lows and highs just a little bit to give it a little bit more of that cinematic feel. And then we'll also add another corrector node and go over to our selections, unclick saturation hue, and we'll just select the highlights. And from here, we will move the gain just a little bit more to the yellowy side. Go back to our blue node and make it just a little bit more right there. And now you can see we've got this great gritty sort of film type look. If you think this is a little bit extreme, what you can also do is just add another corrector and layer mixer node, connect those two together, add another input, delete this output, and connect it up to our layer mixer node. Pop this guy onto the output and this guy onto the input. Looks like that's not doing quite what I want, so we'll add another serial node. I think that, there we go. Yeah, these secondary color corrections were messing it up some. So then we'll just adjust the opacity to taste over in our key tab, and there we go. Very Fight Clubby. It gets a little bit of kind of that film grit and grain that I always think of when I think of Fight Club, without having to actually add, stock grit and grain in there. So before and after, I think that is a very Fight Clubby look. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you liked it, be sure to give it a like. If you didn't, be sure to give it a dislike. No matter what, tell me what your feelings are down below in the comments, because I always love reading the comments and hearing what people have to say. Once again, shout out to Reeves Productions for suggesting this grade. I had a whole lot of fun coming up with it. Fight Club is a great movie, and if you haven't seen it, you should check it out, because it is a classic. At least I think so. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the Meissner Media YouTube channel. If you want to see even more content by Meissner Media, be sure to check out our social media stuff, links for which are in the description. While you're social mediating, be sure to share this video with your friends because everyone likes Fight Club, and knowing how to make stuff look like Fight Club is a good skill to have. Once again, I've been Theo with Meissner Media. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.